Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a very quick video. I just got off the phone to a friend, having had a conversation about one or two things, and including a topic that then gets mentioned in something that I had running in the background on my television, which was basically on this evening. And it talks about Britain's largest warship and all the rest of it. And it's supposed to give you a fly on the wall inside kind of view of what the Royal Navy kind of get up to on one of their aircraft carriers. Interestingly, on this little section here, they talk about the use of a sextant. Now, for those of you who know, you know. Of course, but there are plenty of people who don't know, and I didn't until not that long ago, about the significance of a sextant, how a sextant works, and of course, most importantly, how it basically gives the game away in terms of disproving unequivocally that the Earth can ever possibly be a ball. But they talk about the sextant on this program, and it's interesting to hear how they talk about it. So let's have a little listen in.
The star we're going to look for tonight at the end is Polaris. Don't forget to swing your sextant as you bring it down to the horizon. You've got that star there, haven't you? 190, and you've got Jupiter, haven't you? Or you think it's Jupiter. Right. So this is something we do a lot in the Royal Navy, is getting the young officers to learn how to fix the ship using the celestial bodies. And tonight we're doing planets, stars. GPS signaling comes from satellites. We do know that our potential enemies will deny that signal. Why wouldn't you? It's called navigation warfare. So here we are on a 21st century ship moving across an ocean. The backup is a sextant that was designed in 1770. And it's foolproof, just about, apart from their maths. Let's hope they can add up. What's this bright star right above it? 83 degrees. Vega. Hold on.
New York is now...
Okay. So, and then they talk about New York because that's where they head off to or whatever. But isn't that interesting that they're talking about how you can navigate within 2 miles accuracy of your position on any ocean on Earth, but yet they talk about planets, and yet they talk in the same breath about gaining an angle, an elevation angle measurement to Polaris. Well, you can't get an angle off a curved surface. You know, an angle are two straight lines meeting at a vertex. That's an angle. So you have to be on the flat bit that you're navigating in the first place. You're trying to plot your position on the oceans, aren't you? The sextant does not carry out readings that work off a globe curved surface. It is a requirement, the sextant, it's a given that the horizon is, as we see it, flat and level. That's a given. The measurement itself is carried out in the vertical in a sextant. And they have sextants on all these ships and frigates and destroyers and goodness knows what else, as they do in all airline planes as well, and all the rest of it. If the electrics go down, that is the way you navigate. Like I've said before in posts in the past, Earth is measured flat, it is navigated flat. All our maps, when we look at them, are flat maps from above looking down. They don't have curved surfaces bulging up at us as we're looking at six-figure grid reference maps or such like, right? And so these sextants that allegedly were around since 1770, well, I have my own take, obviously, on the history books. But let's say that is even true. That is the only way to navigate accurately if the electrics go down. Is to use the celestial bodies, the lights in the sky. Why? Because they are always reliably in the same positions regularly. So you can then refer to an almanac and look, and then eventually plot your position in the open oceans. That wouldn't work if you were hurtling, corkscrewing at ridiculous speeds in all sorts of directions through a vacuum of space that can't exist anyway. That would be a violation of the second law of thermodynamics, entropy. But anyway, in any case, there we have it. I thought I would just bring that to you because I thought that was quite interesting, because, you know, the subtleties of pushing these narratives at all times, wherever possible, you know, they become more and more clear when you're kind of awake to them. So on a nice Sunday evening program, when the kids are sitting there going, oh, isn't it interesting what goes on behind the scenes on a Royal Navy aircraft carrier? Well, what they're not realizing is the propaganda and the indoctrination that's being pushed in the background in terms of, you know, your knowledge with a very small K, inverted commas. Okay. On that note, ta-ta for now.